Hi everyone, it is me, Tuxedo Mask, Evening Wear High, Darian here, and today we're going to talk about Sailor Moon Crystal or Sailor Moon HURST being off of Netflix. Now, a lot of folks will say that that's the only way you can watch it. Now, I don't know if these folks are aware that you can watch Sailor Moon Crystal or Sailor Moon HURST on HULU or Disney More. Yes, both websites have a deal with Sailor Moon HURST 1, 2, and 3, as well as all the first Sailor Moons from 1 to 5. I guess they're not aware of it, Or maybe these folks can't afford Hulu or Disney More. That could be it too, But to tell folks that it's the only way you can watch Sailor Moon Crystal or Sailor Moon HURST, since crystal's a French's borrowed word, the English word to be HURST, is not true. Now, yes, it is sad that Sailor Moon HURST will be leaving Netflix by the end of the month, the 30th. But you could still watch it on, Hulu or Disney More or Crunchyroll. So those are like the only free true websites that you can watch it on that still have some kind of streaming deal with it. And some folks are going to say, but some folks can't afford Hulu or Disney More. And maybe that is true. Maybe the worth of the websites, they can't afford it, which is true. There most likely are folks out there who cannot afford it. But a lot of these folks are behaving as if it's the only website that had a streaming deal to it. And it's not true. Now, a lot of folks out there will say that they're going to be folks saying, well, I have it on disc. Yeah, good for you if you bought it on disc, But for those who didn't have it on disc, at the time, Netflix may have been the only website to have the streaming deal for it. But you can go on Hulu or Disney More, and they do have Sailor Moon HURST 1, 2, and 3. They don't have Forever. They don't have Stars. But they have HURST 1, 2, and 3. So unless you do not have Hulu or you do not have Disney More, then I guess you don't have Crunchyroll, then I guess that the Netflix was the only way that some folks could watch it. So anyway, why do some folks say that it's the only way you can watch it? Well, first off, like I said, I'm guessing that some of these folks are not aware of Hulu or Disney More's deal with Sailor Moon, not Sailor Moon and Sailor Moon R and S and SS and Sailor Stars, but also having a deal with HURST 1, 2, and 3. And for those who do have Hulu or Disney More, then I don't really think you have to worry about, it leaving, Because we don't, and someone is most likely going to say, but how do you know how long that Hulu and Disney More are going to have a deal with it? I don't know. But I could tell you one thing, Hulu and Disney More aren't going to drop Sailor Moon HURST 1, 2, and 3, at the end of this month. That's Netflix deal, but that's not Disney More or Hulu's deal. So, And some folks out there, they're going to be some folks who all they do is watch things. They're not truly a follower or lover or liker or whatever you want to call someone who's into something. There are some folks that only watch something, and when it's gone, they say, "Oh, that's the way it is," you know, and they seek to come up with, ways of, making it out to be some kind of good thing or something. Now, we have Hulu, we got Disney More, so I believe we still have Sailor Moon HURST 1, 2, and 3. Because as I know so far, and I can go on Hulu and Disney More and look, but I believe they still have HURST 1, 2, and 3, so they're not losing it the same way that Netflix is losing it. But then again, Netflix brought on Sailor Moon because they thought that a lot of folks who like Sailor Moon would be watching it, and maybe in the beginning that was true. When other websites got the deal, when Hulu got the deal, and when Disney More got the deal, a lot of folks may have went to Hulu and Disney More. And Netflix was like, well, there isn't seen to be a lot of folks watching it like they did. So we don't have to work so hard with the Toei business to keep the streaming rights, or Aldley Now Golding's business, or whoever that they had to work with for the streaming rights. So that's my guess of what's going on. So, yes, and a lot of folks are upset over this, but there's not much you can do. Either you have it on disc, or you have Hulu or Disney More. That's the only way you're going to prolong seeing Sailor Moon HURST 1, 2, and 3 after the 30th of this month. And like someone's going to say, well, what if you can't afford Hulu or Disney More? Well, if you can't afford it, then you can't afford it. It is what it is, And some folks are going to say, oh, well, you left out Crunchyroll. Bite Roll? I didn't leave them out. Yes, they do have a deal for Sailor Moon as well as Sailor Moon HURST 1, 2, and 3. But so yeah. So anyway, it is what it is. Sorry that that's happening, but it's happening. But Disney More and Hulu still have a deal for Sailor Moon HURST 1, 2, and 3. They still have a deal, with it. For how long, who knows? Need be the grounds to why Disney More and Hulu still have it is that a lot more folks gone over there to watch it, I guess. So that's the end of this film. The next film that we will make will be Sailor Venus or Sailor V or Sailor Hellish World, or Sailor Hot World, I guess, taking on James Hook. So look forward to that film when we do it. Give this film a like, share and playlist it, and we'll see you later.